Hi everyone and welcome to the Franklet Sewing Machines YouTube channel. I'm Lucy, the shop manager, and today we're going to be looking at the Juki DX7. So this is the top of the range in the DX series. We've also got the DX5. The difference is mainly being kind of the accessories that are included and a couple of the knobs as well on here. The DX7, being the top of the range, comes with loads of stuff. So we've got this table included that we can see here. And a few extra feet as well that really make it stand out. They actually both come with all the quilting accessories that you'd need, so walking foot, free motion foot and 1/4 inch foot. But the DX7 also comes supplied with the open toe, the edge sewing foot and the smooth presser foot. There's so many, I have to have the manual. And speaking of manuals, this machine actually comes with a really good comprehensive manual. It's really clear. It's actually one of the best I think that are out there at the moment, and I'm sure you'd have no trouble deciphering the finer workings of it using this. It really is got loads of information about construction techniques and all sorts, so it is really good. It also lists all the differences between the two machines as well. But back to the DX7 for now. So yeah, you get all of those feet on top of your normal ones. So you've got your standard zigzag foot, buttonhole foot, zipper foot and blind hemming foot and overcasting foot as well. So they're kind of the standard ones you get with most machines anyway. If we have a look at the threading then, it's pretty straightforward. What have we done with the bobbin? So you've got the top loading bobbin on this machine, and if we just take that out so we can fill it up and pop it onto our winder. Got a nice fresh reel of thread, colour chosen by James. So we follow the, as with most machines now, it's a numbered system, which is really good. We're following the dotted line here to actually complete the bobbin winding. You do just have to make sure you get it around the right way on this little tensioner here for the bobbin tension. It is quite clear, but you just need to pull it into that to give it that tension on there to make sure your bobbin winds up nice and smooth. Just pull out a little bit of extra and get that going. Oh yeah, and that one flicks down there. Automatically starts, so you don't have to do anything. No declutching or anything like that. It's a totally independent bobbin winder. And that'll probably do us for now. Just flick it over when you've got as much as you need. And it does have the little trimmers as well in the little grooves, so you can just trim it off there too. It's the quick set bobbin, so drop that in and follow all the numbers around here. You've got 1, 2 and 3, and then also a little trimmer as well to make sure that that's fully locked in. And then we can follow the rest of the normal threading path, and I'll show you the needle threader as well. So this is pretty standard really. Down, across, under and into the take-up link, down to number 5 and then number 6. So then we've got number 7, which is labelled here. You just pull the thread into that, and also a number 8, and then we've got the needle threader. So this just does that first time, so you don't have to hold the thread at all. It's already held taut by that number 7, so it's really easy to thread the needle. We'll pop our bobbin cover back on and we're ready to go. So stitching on here, stitch selections, you've got kind of a folder system. So on the 1, 2, 3 button here, you'd select that, and then using the arrows to navigate throughout the different folders there, which the logos correspond to the ones that are actually on your chart at the top. So that's fairly straightforward, decorative stitches. And then if you do press this one with the keypad, that's just like your direct stitch selections on here. So you just get the stitch that you've got pictured there. And it also gives you the foot indication as well on screen. Width and length are then adjusted by the multifunction knobs here. Very easy to use. And yeah, so just for normal sewing, that means you're ready to go. So let's have a look. Oh, lower the presser foot. It's because I've got the knee lift in. It does actually have the automatic presser foot lifter, which we'll have a look at in a second. It's a pretty smooth machine. So what we've got this set to at the minute, it does, and this is its automated factory setting, is this hover function. So as soon as you actually stop, it'll raise the foot so that the needle will stop down, and you can then move the material around depending on what you want to do. I did actually have to play around in the settings earlier. Oh no, I didn't. I set them back to normal ones, didn't I? But what we'll do is there is actually on the foot control a multifunction setting. We can set the foot control to do different things. So at the minute it's set to not do anything. I've actually turned it off. So if we go into the settings here, it's actually quite easy to find. Scroll through until we get to the foot control there. Press OK and we get another menu. So if I then go to, we can choose it to thread trim using the automatic thread cutter. We can set it to stitch backwards, stitch on the spot, needle up and down. But I fancy it just trimming the threads. So now that setting's completed. If we then go along again, and then this time we'll stop. Lovely. And I've got the knee lift attached so I can have complete control over raising and lowering the presser foot as well. If you take that out, then it is actually, it restores all the electronic functionality and it will just raise, or you can use the button setting as well if you didn't fancy using your knee. Right, let's have a look at some of it does have a built-in alphabet. It's actually got 4 different fonts built into here. So we could have a go at setting some of those up. Let's do a simple one here. So if we go to the ABC, and this is also where you can combine stitches together as well, decorative ones to make your own. It's got some examples here of like lace work and things like that. So yeah, this is where you would also do that kind of thing. But if we go to lettering, we do the normal, this kind of more straightforward font there. And then it's kind of like a text keypad, like old-fashioned texting. So if you want A, and then you want, say, let's do a simple name, Anna. You then press that one twice to get the N in the middle, and then A. Oh, we could do double A, couldn't we? We'll just do it okay for now. So you just double press the keypads on there. It doesn't have number references for each individual letter. You just kind of press that letter, that number, until you get the letter that you want, like the old-fashioned keypads. Let's lower that down. So you've got these 7mm stitch width on here, which you can actually adjust for finer materials as well, but that's kind of maximum size of the lettering that you have on here. It comes out really nice and clear as well. It's all double stitched. Really good quality stitch too. So if we come a little bit closer, I'm just going to raise the foot manually there. I'm actually going to take the foot off just so you can have a look at this, because this is pretty unique to this machine too. You've actually got to remove the bobbin cover for this. What it has is a dual needle plate. So what that means is that we've got 7mm as standard, but we can also have this little piece come forward in order to make it into a single hole, which is great for fine materials. So if we pop that on, it then actually tells the machine that we've set it to a straight stitch mode, and now it won't let us select anything that's going to go out of that range. But it means you get really great support on some of the finer materials, like this kind of viscosy stuff. So let's pop the foot back on. Really lazy with the clip-on feet. I like to lower it down. It's a lot easier to get it underneath the foot. So it means that with like these finer materials, you've got no risk of it getting pulled down into the actual underneath the stitch plate. It gives a really good finish on these as well. That's the single hole needle plate. There is also another feature which is pretty handy. If we just trim that off now. And this is the floating feature, also unique to this machine. So it's this button here with like kind of the arrow with the foot going up and over it. And it's really good for thicker materials. So we've got the one that's good for fine stuff. I'll have a look at the one for thick things. So upholstery fabrics like this kind of material, where you get these kind of really bulky seams as soon as you get 2 or 3 layers together. Things to do with curtains, soft furnishings in general. This float function means once you press it, it raises the presser bar just a little bit and eases it over and makes it so simple to actually get up and over any kind of lumps and bumps, bulky seams. So if we're going ahead as normal on here, and then I hit this button, that's actually raised that foot, and you can hear it actually raise. Let's give that another go. But it works as well for going down on things too. So there's no pushing or pulling required, it just does it. And that is what definitely a really big selling feature for me, to be able to get up and over those things. For people who are doing a range of different materials, the Juki really does have, I'd say, a bit of an edge with some of these features, because they're very unique, and you don't get that with all machines. That's kind of our 101 on the DX7. As I said, the DX5 is very, very similar, just missing a few of the features on here, fewer stitches, fewer feet, but still, obviously, a really great machine. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you liked what you've seen so far about the DX7. If you do have any more questions, let us know. You can call us at the shop, come and have a demonstration, or let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like our video, and we hope to see you again soon. Bye!